3, 2, 1. Wilde and Tausch back with you and joining us now. Not only is he the left tackle for the Green Bay Packers, but he is also hosting Bowling for Their Future at Buzz Social in Green Bay, taking place next Monday, October 21st, benefiting Rasheed's charitable foundation, Youth is the Future. It is Rasheed Walker on Wilde and Tausch. Rasheed, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? Thanks for having me.
All right, well, before we get into the good works you're doing and what kind of a difference you're making, the important question here is, what kind of bowler are you? Are you any good?
Shoot, well, look, I'm a competitor. I'm not gonna make it seem like, I'm tight, bring my own bowling ball to the lanes, but you know what I'm saying? I compete, with them guys. You know what I'm saying? I can grab a stock ball and, get some strikes, so you know what I'm saying? I'm just a
Well,
shooter.
the good news for you is Jesse Nelson, our producer. Jesse, you would call yourself an elite level bowler, right?
100% I would call myself an
Whether
elite.
you
Yeah,
are
so
or not is another issue. But
a 299 game to my name, Rasheed. So I don't know if you want that kind of
Hey,
competition walking into the Buzz Social on the 21st.
hey, we want all the smoke. We need to see you there. We need to see
uh,
that 299.
we're only as good as our coaches, and obviously you've had Steno and you've got Luke Butkus. Are you interested in Jesse giving you a couple of pointers before the event?
I gotta see. I gotta see. But look, nah, come on. I'm down for the pointers. I'm down for the pointers. I'm down for the pointers. I don't want to
Uh,
get my hopes up too high. He said he bowled
So,
a 299.
yeah, and Rasheed, he's the voice of bowling TV, Bowl Stream TV. What if you're putting a number? What do
Oh,
you want? 120. What's going to be a number that you're not going to be? You'll be disappointed if you bowl less than.
I'm at least try to get a 180.
Woo! That's good
That's a
bowl.
He's a
good
goal
180
number.
is
setter,
pretty good
baby.
That's a
bowling.
good number. That's a
Yeah.
solid
I'm
number.
really trying. I really need to block in and go to the lane and practice today. But I feel like since I'm hosting the event, I'm not a professional bowler, but like I can't go out and be a bust.
Well, let's talk about the event. And by the way, the fact that Sheed got after Jesse right away, he's fitting right in on the show. I
Yeah,
feel
he's
like
good.
Tausch, when you take those days off of the off season, maybe we get Sheed as a cousin sub of the day. One of those days, cousin subs.
I'd
We
love
believe
it
in
if he.
better.
I'd love it
Oh
if he
yeah.
did. I don't know if he wants to take that kind of pay cut though. That might be the problem with Sheed there.
You seventh
I
round
like I
picks, you
like
stick
cousins,
together.
but yeah, man.
All right, Sheed. So let's talk a little bit first about your foundation. You call it Youth is the Future. It's focused on empowering the next generation through sports, education, and community involvement. Help us understand what made you decide to start this and what your goals are with it.
I mean, just to be sure, I feel like as the organization says, the youth is the future. Like I really feel like that's a very true statement. So what my nonprofit organization is pretty much meant for is just to invest in the youth. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you got to look at the youth as like seeds, and for a seed to grow, you need the right foundation, you need the right soil, the right nutrients. You know what I'm saying? To be put inside you. So I feel like just when I think about the youth and stuff, all I think about is potential, and I feel like you know every kid just deserves a chance. Just a chance. So that's why what we do is we just provide support and stability just for youth when it comes to education, extracurricular activities, sports, mentorships. Like we just want to be like a safe space for the kids and the youth can go to when they just need that extra help. Like my what I want to do in the future is I want to build my own recreational center and have it in my hometown because honestly, when I look back at my childhood and my upbringing, I feel like I was in the boys and girls clubs a lot. I felt like that really kept me on track to be where I am now because
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't for the Boys and Girls Club, after school, as a kid, if you're not doing nothing to keep you occupied, it's easy to just get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like kids are missing a lot of that. Just a safe environment for them to, just be kids and, not worry about, somebody being a bad influence to them, but not worrying about, you know what I'm saying, just doing something they're not supposed to be doing. Like, I learned I learned about football in the Boys and Girls Clubs. I didn't know that I wanted to be an athlete until I got into the Boys and Girls Club. So I just feel like if I can, do something for my community and, just have just be able to give back and just support the youth and invest in the youth, I feel like, they'll just make the world a better place or at least help.
So I remember talking to you about that, about your upbringing and the importance of the Boys and Girls Club. And so that makes perfect sense, and I'm glad you brought it up. I would ask you this, though. A lot of guys don't do this sort of thing, right? They're football, football, football. Now, there's plenty of guys that do, and I know Jordan Love started his foundation this year, and a few others have. But what made you feel so strongly that you wanted to do something like this? Like, you could have, made donations every year to the Boys and Girls Club and then just kept focusing on you. And I always respect guys that take action, and that's what you're doing here.
Well, with me, like, I feel like, donating to the Boys and Girls, that was really never even a thought. Just, but I feel like I'm very intentional about, things that I do. So, like I said, when I'm looking back at my upbringing, the support that I had, and, just the guidance that I had just from being involved in, organized activities and stuff like that, I just feel like, why not start something myself and be able to, do things my way? Because I feel like, I have a good understanding on, what people need, what people want, like what's necessary. Like I just want to do the right thing, honestly. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying is anything wrong with, just donating to this and that, but why not just have my own, you know what
Sure.
I'm saying? And I can, cause like, I don't know if y'all know, but, for the past 2 years, I've been hosting my own football camp back home. And I love that because it's literally like, I can do whatever I want, like, with it. So my first year, it was just a youth football camp. We had a lot of bunch of drills going on for we fed everybody. Everybody got free T-shirts, free food. We did one-on-ones at the end. This year, and that was big for me because, football camps was a big part of my football development too. I remember my first football camp and I remember my last football camp. And long story short, like, I wouldn't have been able to perform at my last football camp if it wasn't for my first football camp. That makes sense. So,
It does.
at the end of the day, some of those kids, they went home, they were able to, articulate to their parents, I enjoy myself playing football. I didn't enjoy myself playing football. I want to do more of it. I want to do this again. So, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that was just the opportunity for, just for kids, just opportunity. This past year we had the football camp and then we had a high school 7-on-7 tournament with all the high schools in the area, and we had also I ran a big man clinic where, a lot of times it's always about 7-on-7 and wide receivers, DBs, but they always forget about the big men. So, I felt like I paid my respects to the big fellas, and I ran a little clinic where we watched film, and I pretty much gave the guys, pointers on, how to play offensive line because offensive line is it's a position where, what I'm saying, us as offensive line, we have to develop each other because, pass rushers, they are consistently figuring out ways to attack us and beat us. And, what I'm saying, we got to develop too. And it's a really hard position. So, I did that. And then after film, we went and did individual drills. And it was just crazy. It was just amazing to me because, like, from the film to the drills and then to the one-on-one sessions, I can literally see what that, 45 minutes of coaching did to help those players.
Yeah.
All I can do is just hope they go out and then apply to their season. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just all about just, you know what I'm saying? You just always strive. Like, for me, I look at it as just always beaming up, striving, helping people. It's just helping.
Well, it was. I'm looking at some of the pictures now from the event in Maryland. I do want one of the T-shirts because it's like an old school, like those old cartoon T-shirts, those caricatures of players. Yours is sweet, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I got you, man. I'm gonna cook up something for y'all.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about bowling before we talk about football. Now, the event, again, is on Monday the 21st. It's at Buzz Social here in Green Bay. It is the inaugural Bowling for Their Future charity bowling fundraiser. Now, who do you have lined up? Which teammates have you gotten? Are there some ringers in there that are really good bowlers that are going to be involved? And then how do regular fans that want to support your cause and be part of it get involved with it too?
For my lineup, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much because, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil it for everybody. So you gotta come and see who you see. But it's gonna be a great event. All proceeds will go to the nonprofit, which all that will be invested back into our communities and the youth. What other questions did you ask me?
So how do we get involved?
Oh, how do you get involved? So, tickets are on the website. I'm gonna send that to you guys so you guys can post it. But
So
tickets
it's on
the
your
website.
IG. I see you've got the link in your bio on your Instagram page. So like Jesse,
Yeah.
if he wants to go clean up and show everybody what a great bowler he is, he just has to click on that link and then he can sign up and get tickets that way, right?
Yeah.
And we'll get it on our social media channels too. But so is the quarterback in or out? That's really the question here.
Hey, he is in. He is in.
All right.
He's in.
I was gonna say he's no fool. You'd think his blindside protector. He's not going to come to his bowling event. Like we all know Jordan's smarter. He's not missing that.
Yeah, he's in. He's in for sure. I ain't want to say too much, but yeah, he's in. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Once you get in, it's gonna be food, drinks, just a lot of fun, good music. It's gonna just be a good night for the community, and hopefully, it can snowball into something even better. Because it's really just all for the community. That's really what it's about.
All right, Sheet, let's talk a little ball. And first off, the way training camp, we got to see you at the tailgate tour, and I just loved the fact you had that quiet confidence about you. You had Wilde and other reporters asking, "Oh, hey, drafted a guy first round. He's going to come in," and you just didn't seem wavered at all. It was, I'm going to go do my job, and this is going to be my job at left tackle, and that's kind of how it played out.
Yeah, I mean, as far as all that stuff, I feel like a big tactic that I use just to control what I can control. At the end of the day, all that stuff, the draft and everything, who we pick up, it's all to make the team better. You know what I'm saying? Nobody above the team. So, that's just the best way I can put it. Like, my main focus to me is just to, just keep on just being better than I was the day before. So if I could do that and I can be able to contribute to the team by doing that, that's the best I can do.
Yeah, and the beginning of the season, there were a couple of holding penalties and things like that. We've seen that get cleaned up, and that's obviously something you're always trying to. But is it me? And now I'm a former offensive lineman, kind of ticky-tack. Some of that stuff, it's a little ticky-tack. Some of those holding penalties that got called early. You're not going to get fined, I don't think, for saying anything. But how do you go about that where you feel like, I don't think, because if you get beat, you get beat and you hold. But some of them, like the guys running by the field and they throw a flag, how do you handle that moving forward? Because that's pretty frustrating. And then you have, that narrative starts happening and then you clean it up and you go forward.
I mean, that's like that situation. So it's like, just playing offensive line, period. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you guys know, you only like the plumbers of the world. Like, you only get called out when stuff is going bad. So like, I like the officials. They just doing their job. Have I cleaned up my technique? Yes. What I say, you know what I'm saying? And personally for me, I feel like, I'm the best at what I do, but would I take a hold call rather than get my quarterback hit? Yes. So or sometimes I can be a little aggressive. But to answer your question, I feel like early in the season I may kind of been in camp mode still. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got really too many officials on the field, like real officials on the field during camp mode. So I could have said I've been in camp mode, but yes, I definitely care. So I cleaned everything up, and I don't plan on getting any more penalties and costing the team.
Sheed, I want to talk a little bit about your journey, and I thought our buddy Rob Domofsky did a really good job telling your story on ESPN.com for folks that didn't know it. But, Tausch was a 7th-round pick like you, but he was a 1-year starter in college, and I don't think anybody realized how good of an athlete and good of a player he was. And then obviously he has his 11-year NFL career. You were a 7th-round pick, but if you were healthy, you're not a 7th-round pick. You'd had the knee thing. And not only that, but as we learned from Rob's story, like the Packers basically they added something to your contract to protect them if your knee was an issue. And how lucky were they to get you in the 7th round now that they've got a franchise left tackle that they used that they got as a 7th-round pick? When you look at your journey, Tausch always talks about how you have to end up at the right place and the situation matters. It was not fun sitting and redshirting your first year, but how much better of a situation could you have found yourself in, even if you didn't get drafted as high as you wanted to?
Shoot, like the draft. I mean, I always tell people like that whole draft night experience for me, it was really one of the probably most, I want to say, devastating / dramatic days of my life. But that just goes to show, like, you just, what I'm saying, you just gotta always put your faith in God. Like, yeah, I can't really say where I would have went if it wasn't for the circumstances, but I would say that I was just very, like, when I got the opportunity, I just knew what I had to do, and you know what I'm saying, like, I just knew that no one cared, about. No one cared about what was said after that. All I knew I had to go out there and earn every day, earn everything. So that was pretty much my mindset. And I mean, me as a person, like, that's kind of my character. I'm a worker. I like to work for what I get. So I mean, that really wasn't an issue for me. I just need to just keep my head on straight and just stay focused for real. So because I knew, like, I'm confident enough to know that I'm really good at what I do. And I love to compete. So once I got the opportunity, and I sniffed around and saw what I was working with, I just hit that gas and my foot's still on the gas. So that's how that goes.
Sound a lot like another offensive lineman I know that I spend every day with here on the show, although he's a worker. He was a worker as a player. I don't know quite as much as a radio host. All right, so we have this video clip from ESPN. Now, I don't know. We've never tried this before. So you're in uncharted territory. But I want you to at least be able to see the video. I don't know. Jesse, do you think Sheed will be able to hear what's said about him here?
Faintly. So this is a Tauscher video production. So he recorded this off of his TV in his living room or wherever he did this.
Which can't be legal, by the way.
There's like 5 layers of video credit that goes into this. Not a clue. So we're going to try this.
If only we had access to ESPN files and could pull it from YouTube. But so this was the game out in Los Angeles, and you got some great love from Jeff Saturday, the former coach of the Indianapolis Colts and former center for the Green Bay Packers. A little segment he does on pancakes. And if we can pull this video up, I'd love for you to just describe what you're seeing and how your mind is working as this is going, because I can be the defensive back. I know what he's thinking as you're coming around on a little toss crack. Jesse, let's see if you can roll the tape. Oh!
Let's take another look.
Bam!
Yeah, damn.
Wait, no, one more time.
Boom!
Boom! All right, Sheed, give us a little play-by-play. You get that call in the huddle, and it unfolds. Give us a little. Let's see your play-by-play chops.
So, man, it's first quarter, opening drive. Nope, I think it's the second drive. You know what I'm saying? I get the call. I'm like, oh yeah, it's time. So on this play specifically, my assignment is the widest man on the field. I got to block the widest, and coaches they know I love to run. Turn them jets on and get around that edge. Like I love to hunt. So I clear the DN. I see how they're flowing and stuff, and then once I had my targets locked, accelerate. As soon as I saw him stop his feet, accelerate even more, and then just had to do what I had to do. Shit. And I ain't gonna lie, this clip is hilarious. Like, I watched this. I watched that thing a lot. I watched that thing like after the game. I was watching film. I played that thing like probably 15, 20 times. That clip is so funny, but yeah.
So did you guys? I don't know if you guys had a victory Monday or not. Did you guys watch film on Monday?
No, they actually gave us Monday off. We had a victory Monday, first time in 2 years.
So will at some point this be played in the offensive line meeting room and everyone will go crazy on watching this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna watch it. But yeah, that was all right. Personally, that's my favorite thing to do is pull and hit DB.
Sheed, that's where you go set that up right before the offensive line meeting, and that's the first thing that comes up on the screen. And a coach comes in there, oh, what is this? And bam, you get to take a look at that. By the way, let's give Bo Melton some credit on that little crack kicking out that defensive end, too, to get you so you could get the depth.
Hey, Bo got his hands dirty, and Josh Jacobs got his hands dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is that.
Oh, that's fun to watch.
I can see why Sheed watched it 15 times because
I could watch this.
I was just looking like, bro, it's just crazy. Like, it's like crazy. It was just crazy. I'm like, shoot, you got to do what you got to do. It's never personal.
No, but it was painful. That's for sure for that guy. All right, Sheed, again, the event is on Monday, October 21st. It's at Buzz Social, which is a great facility. There's lots of space. There's a game room. There's all the bowling alleys. It's a really great event. We're excited for you to have it to support your nonprofit organization. Youth is the Future. They're calling it Bowling for Their Future. It's the inaugural event. Again, if you go to Sheed's Instagram page, and we'll get the link posted on the Wilde and Tausch Twitter feed and on Facebook as well, but it's at Rasheed.Walker, and then the link is in the bio if you want to get tickets. I don't think you'll get charged extra to bowl with Jesse if he ends up going, but you may have a chance to bowl with the quarterback instead of Jesse. Sheed, I love that you're doing this. I enjoy our time when we get to talk in the locker room. I did find it interesting that you answered questions about the penalties from Tausch, and I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something else.
He's got it all cleaned up now.
I'm gonna explain it because this is the thing. This is a video interview. So like, I feel like I did an interview about the penalties prior to that, and I feel like this is just my theory. I said the interview. The next game we had, I got 2 penalties. I feel like the refs had a conference and said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna show Rasheed Walker. We're gonna show Rasheed Walker. He wants to be gonna be half of us. We're gonna show." And they flagged me 2 penalties. I'm like, damn, I don't want to say nothing else about the refs. Like, I don't got nothing else to say.
Our show is big with the officials community.
Yeah, lots of refs watching our show. Hey,
Corolla.
We were all good. We had a better conversation than we would have had about the penalties anyway, and this was a great conversation as well. I will see you at Lambeau in the locker room. We're excited for your bowling event. I hope it's the first of many. Rasheed Walker, we appreciate you, buddy. Not as much as that DB does.
All right, man. Thanks, guys.